Hi, this is Lara from Elliott Wave Stock Market with your bi-weekly Apple analysis, analysed on Thursday the 14th of March. I'm recording this video after New York's closed, 6:35 in the evening New York time on Thursday the 14th. My main wave count on the daily chart and the alternate remain exactly the same. So far price is almost contained within this channel on the main wave count. And for the alternate, slightly different channel, it's still nicely contained within that downwards channel. I'm expecting that the main wave count is more likely because it sees cycle wave 5 as subdividing as a 5-wave impulse and supercycle wave 2 subdividing as a zigzag, which is the most common structure for a second wave, so this is the most likely wave count. Within cycle wave A, we may have the end of primary 1 and 2 and be moving towards the middle of primary wave 3. If this main wave count is correct, we should be seeing an increase in downwards momentum. At this stage, we've had a couple of small second wave corrections. If this wave count's correct, what that indicates is we may be seeing a winding up of potential energy to the downside, which may be released explosively when the middle of the third wave unfolds. If we see an increase in downwards momentum, this wave count will be an excellent explanation. If, however, price continues to move slowly lower without showing an increase in momentum, then the alternate daily wave count will be more accurate. Both of them expect further downwards movement. The targets remain exactly the same. Minor wave 3 at 365 will reach equality in length with minor wave 1. Then we'll have a fourth wave correction at minor degree and the invalidation point will move down to the low of minor 1, followed by further downwards movement. Intermediate wave 3 at 356 will reach 2.618, the length of intermediate 1. Another longer lasting fourth wave correction with the invalidation point up here. Further downwards movement. Primary wave 3 still has its end weeks if not months away. At 272 it would reach 1.618, the length of primary wave 1. When that's done, we'd have a longer lasting correction, lasting weeks or maybe a month or two, for a fourth wave at primary degree, which can't move back into primary 1 price territory above 505.75. And that is the point at which this main wave count differentiates from the alternate. At that stage, the alternate would see the downwards movement complete, and upwards movement would be a new trend likely to make a new high. So at that stage, movement above 505.75 would invalidate this main wave count and confirm the alternate. But if price completed a correction remaining below that point, we'd expect new lows most likely. In the short term, within minor wave 3, no second wave correction may move beyond the start of the first wave above 484.94. Let's have a look at what's happened the last few days on the hourly chart, where this low down here within minor 3 is this point down here. So within minor wave 3, we may have had minute 1 and 2 complete and minute 3 just beginning, with minuet 1 and 2 complete, and now minuet 3 just beginning, with a short sharp first wave for sub-minuet 1 and an incomplete zigzag for sub-minuet 2. Within it, microwave A subdivides reasonably well as a 5-wave impulse. Microwave B looks like a triangle, a contracting triangle, which may be complete, and its E wave within it also a triangle. Either way, I'd be expecting at least a little bit of upwards movement when markets open tomorrow, for the C wave, which would reach 0.618, the length of the A wave, at 437.6. Sub-minuet wave 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 above 439.01, so I'll be expecting price to remain below that point tomorrow. When this little second wave correction is over, I'd expect to see downwards movement. The third wave must make a new low beyond the end of the first. Likewise, minuet wave 3 must move beyond the end of minuet wave 1, and at 384.9 it would reach 1.618, the length of minuet wave 1. That target should be a few days away. This target, for minute wave 3 in its entirety, may be a week or so away. At 375 it would reach 1.618, the length of minuet wave 1. If this first invalidation point is breached tomorrow or the day after, then I would expect it would be a continuation of minuet wave 2, which may be moving further sideways as a big flat or maybe a triple combination. It can't move beyond the start of 1 above 452.44. It's an unlikely possibility that it could continue, but it is possible. This is the alternate daily wave count, which is also expecting downwards movement. It's looking at the possibility that the second wave correction at supercycle degree may be a flat correction, and within it, cycle wave A itself may be unfolding as a three-wave structure for a flat correction. So we have a 5, 3, and a 5 down. Intermediate wave C does not have to show an increase in momentum beyond that seen for intermediate wave A, and within it we may be within a fifth wave, not a third, to the downside, and so this could explain the lack of downwards momentum. At 409, minor wave 5 would reach equality in length with minor wave 1, and at 395, intermediate wave C would reach equality in length with intermediate wave A, so the target also is a lot closer. The short to mid-term invalidation point still exactly the same. When we have completed 5-wave structure downwards for minor wave 5, I'd then be expecting a trend change and upwards movement, which must be at least 90% the length of primary wave A. So movement above 505.75 would indicate that there's quite a long way up to go, and primary B may indeed make a new high beyond the start of primary A, as in an expanded flat. So we got a little bit of downwards movement. Prices remained well below the invalidation point that I had for last analysis on the hourly chart, but we have still not seen the increase in momentum I've been expecting from Apple. If that continues to fail to show, that alternate daily wave count will be a really good explanation. It too is expecting that it's quite likely we're still going to see some more downwards movement though, just not with the same increase in momentum. That's all for me today with your Apple analysis, to be updated in 3 or 4 days, and I hope everyone's having a fabulous week.